Hey there, card folk. Speedrobo here. In today's episode, we're going to be talking all about value systems. To start, what is a value system? A value system is the resource exchange rate in a card game. For example, let's take a look at the most well-known game, Magic the Gathering. In Magic, there are three resources: mana, cards, and life. Therefore, Magic's value system would be the correlation between mana, cards, and life. Taking a look at these two cards, Hero's Reunion and Inspiration, we can obtain two equations. Inspiration costs 4 mana and 1 card from hand itself in order to gain 2 cards. This would mean that plus 1 card is worth 4 mana. Hero's Reunion costs 1 card and 2 mana in order to gain 7 life. We know that 1 card equals 4 mana, thus 7 life equals 6 mana. This gives us an approximate value system of Magic for 1 card equals 4 mana equals 4 life. This is just an example of a value system and how to calculate one, and is not an accurate value system for the game of Magic the Gathering, as I can easily find countless cards that shatter this correlation. Now that we know what a value system is, I want to share examples of value systems. Also, let's take a look at what having a good or bad value system can mean for a game. To start, let's finish covering Magic. While Magic the Gathering does have a solid mana to creature stat ratio, its resource value system is completely whack. It's so varied that it's fully possible that the game designers didn't really think about the value system when first making the game. Plausible given that Magic was the first modern TCG, and no game like it had existed before. Due to so many cards being outside of Magic's standard value system, Wizards had to implement set rotation, multiple formats, and ban lists. If you want more information on Magic the Gathering, check out my episode talking all about it. Next, let's look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Only has 2 resources, cards and life. Due to only having 2 resources, it's very hard to put costs on cards and abilities, as the only way to pay for a cost is with cards or life points. This restriction makes it hard for designers to make abilities with costs at all, resulting in many balance issues and broken combos. Yu-Gi-Oh's limited resources and poor value system is part of why the game requires so many cards to be restricted and banned. There is an argument to be made that normal summons are a resource, but that's a video for another time. Third, we'll talk about Cardfight Vanguard. Cardfight has 3 resources: cards, soul, and damage. The problem with Cardfight is that unlike Magic, where the designers know that each player will get 1 card and 1 mana each turn, that just doesn't apply to Cardfight Vanguard. While it is easy to predict how many cards players will get each turn, it is not possible to have a predicted damage curve. As damage is dealt out by the enemy player, they could deal as much or as little as they felt like. Soul is gained at 1 per turn until you hit grade 3. Then you generally stop gaining soul reliably each turn. With the uncertain nature of Cardfight's resources, it's hard for the designers of the game to create a solid and rigid value system. Without a straightforward value system, it's hard to make balanced cards. This can be seen by looking at the consistent power creep that Cardfight has seen in its lifespan. Next, how about we see what's going on in Hearthstone? Hearthstone, like most games, has 3 resources: hero, health, mana, and cards. These resources are consistently gained as the game progresses. The developers of Hearthstone did a pretty good job planning out their value system. Due to the solid value system, it's easy to see when that system goes off the rails and what cards are clearly overpowered or underpowered. Possibly because of Hearthstone's digital nature, the developers put less time into planning out their cards, as any given card can be changed at the drop of a hat. Physical card games do not have such a luxury, and therefore must pay close attention to the value system when designing cards to make sure that overpowered cards don't get released. Lastly, let's see how Buddyfight does it. Future Card Buddyfight has one of the best value systems I have ever seen. Its 3 resources, cards, life, and gauge. All are obviously linked together with very few examples breaking the mold. 1 card equals 2 gauge equals 2 life. For more information on how this formula was calculated, I left a link to Buddyfight Theory's post on the subject. Cards and gauge are consistently gained during play, making it easy for the designers to have a grasp on what should or should not be achievable each turn. With this rigid value system in place, it makes it easier for the designers to make cards that are balanced, yet still interesting. As players, we can use this formula to quickly see what cards we need in our deck. We can even use it in-game to see if a combo or move will yield a plus in material or a minus. Well, that's all I have to talk about today. It was a bit of a short episode, but I hope y'all had a great time exploring the exciting world of card game design with me. I've been Speedrobo, and I'll see you later.